19-year-old Ashley Lewis is suing former friend, 19-year-old Chris Chips, for a bounce check he allegedly wrote to her. Chris says Ashley is trying to frame him for something he didn't do.
Order. All rise.
Yeah, it's case number 427 on the calendar in the matter Lewis versus Chip.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Have a seat.
Miss Lewis, this young man used to be a friend of yours. He's not anymore. It is your claim that he asked you to cash a check for him. You said okay. Took the check, went to your bank, deposited the check, gave him some cash, and the check bounced, causing all kinds of fees. You want to be compensated for both the cash that you gave him and all the fees that were incurred by you as a result of this bounced check.
Correct.
And Mr. Chip says that he never gave you a check, right?
Correct.
You have a copy of the check?
I do indeed.
I'd like to see it, please. Is this the way the check looked when you cashed it?
I never saw the check. He deposited it into the ATM. He was
not true.
present with me.
Shh. I didn't ask you anything.
Your Honor, Chris and Nick were both there when he deposited the check into my account. I never saw the check. I asked to sign it, and he said, no, that's not that kind of check.
Okay. Do you have notification from the bank that it's a bad check?
I have my bank statement. They kept all the paperwork for their fraud department. They didn't give me any of that information. This one shows all the fees that were caused, and this shows the check deposited and the money that he withdrew that day.
What was the date?
It was October 22nd. It was a Thursday, around 7 p.m.
It wasn't October 22nd.
The check was deposited on October 22nd. Then the following day, I went into the bank to check
October 26th, ATM envelope deposit, debit adjustment, $200. So they adjusted it on the 26th.
Yes, that's the day that I went in with my grandmother to figure everything out. She had lent me money to unfreeze my account so I could receive my check from work. Otherwise, I would not have gotten paid.
Tell me what he said he needed the money for.
He called me on October 23rd asking for money to go to work over in Spokane on a construction job.
Don't open your mouth.
I take my job very seriously, and so I figured he did as well.
Well, you said October 23rd. I thought you deposited the check on the 22nd.
Sorry, the 22nd. I called the police on the 23rd. On the 22nd, he did call me, and he told me that he needed money to get to Spokane, which is a good 4-hour drive there and back. He was going to spend the weekend doing a construction job. I said, okay. He told me he had a check for $200. He would only need a certain amount, and the rest I could keep as a thank you. And I said, well, that's a little weird, but okay.
He had a check for how much?
$200.
And he needed how much?
He didn't give me a certain amount until we were there, which he withdrew to $120. So I had $80 left over.
Okay. Have him sign his name 5 times, please. You know how I love this job.
Said 5 times? 5, right?
Comes right after 4. Okay. Now you've done it 5 times?
5 times.
Just stop it! You've written your name 5 times. Before I look at it, sir, is this the way you usually sign your name?
Yes, it's my legal name.
Fine. Your name is Christopher?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know that I can actually read that?
It's good.
I can't read your signature on your answer, sir.
My answer?
Your answer. The document that you signed and swore to and told me was your story. Do you want to see your signature on your answer?
Yes, please.
Because it doesn't look like these 5.
Okay.
Now you know what I'm talking about,
yes,
Christopher?
I understand what you're talking about.
Do you understand what I'm talking about, Christopher? So when I asked you, is this the way you generally sign your name?
Yes.
The answer is yes. Could you explain to me why you signed your name in a different way when you signed your deposition?
I do it Chris or Christopher.
Answer.
I could write it 5 times again for you.
No, listen to me. I want you to explain to me, sir, if this is the way you sign your name, which I can actually read.
Yes.
why you chose to sign your name differently on the answer that you filed with the court, this court.
Yes, probably because I was in a hurry when I was writing it. I know it doesn't sound like a good excuse, but I left all the other paperwork at the hotel room, so I had a really, really short time to go through everything, and I'm not sure I initialed or signed my name correctly as it should be as my legal name. But the majority of the time, pretty much all the time I write my signature, it's Christopher Chips.
Do you have a driver's license?
I do, but it just says Chris Chips on it.
I'd like to see it.
It's from 06.
I want to see it.
Oh, wait.
Because you sign it, don't you?
Yeah,
you
they took
sign
it,
it, don't you?
Yes.
Get
sign
it.
the bottom. They have, all right.
Oh, they can get it. We don't steal driver's licenses
Oh, I know.
here. Walk out the door.
Walk out. All right, I'll be right back. Hold up.
Your color is changing.
Me?
Yeah. It's changing.
Right on.
You know what you're saying to yourself? I hope she doesn't call on me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Where did you work last week? Think before you answer this question.
Okay.
Your life could depend on it, sir.
Okay.
Where did you work last week?
And later today,
How was that case resolved, Mr. Lindsay?
I served my time for the
You pled guilty.
and I served my time for the probation, and it was all dismissed.
You pled guilty. Answer is yes.
Yes.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Ashley Lewis claims former friend Chris Chips bounced a check he wrote to her and refuses to make good on it.
I would almost pay them to do this job.
I have retrieved the license.
Bird, would you get me his license, please?
Certainly.
Might I say again, that was
No, I don't want you to say anything.
December 06.
There we go. I can almost read this. Chris Chips. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. This doesn't look anything like what you signed here in this answer.
Like I said this morning, I was in a hurry when I was writing it.
Were you in a hurry when you were writing this?
Yeah, I was excited. I was like, I got my license. I wanted to go whip my car around.
Take out the rest of the items in your wallet. Bird, get his wallet for me, would you please?
I don't know if I have it.
Just get his wallet for me. I don't want him to.
I have
just get his wallet.
$200 in there, Miss Judy.
Blue Cross Blue Shield doesn't usually have it, right? Chase.
Take a 20
So he chooses not to sign this. So this you didn't sign. You should always sign your bank card, sir. Okay. You got 30 seconds, Christopher.
Tell you my side of the story?
30
seconds. All right. It was December 08. I was working as an automotive technician at a small independent shop in Washington, or in Auburn, where we live. And I got laid off at the end of December, and that's when Ashley came up to me at my last paycheck and asked if I could loan her $200. And I said,
Your Honor.
that shouldn't be a problem. Like, I've loaned her money before. It wasn't a problem for her paying me back. I just said, pay me back in a couple weeks. And then January 09, probably a couple weeks, 2 weeks later, I ran into her at the mall, and I saw her. I said, do you have my money? And she says, no, I don't have your money. It's just a big story. So, months go by. I'm trying to call her, text her, MySpace. She's just impossible to find, Miss Judy.
Check.
Oh, with the check. There's no check. I've never seen a check. I've never written a check. I've never signed a check. So, October 14th, I finally run into her at the mall, and she's shopping with her friends. And I say, do you have my money? But this time, it's almost a year, and I'm livid about it. I'm pretty... And so... she said, oh, all I have is like $210 or something. So I say, then that's fine. Give me the $200 that I loaned you over a year ago. And then I get a call a week later saying I owe her over $500 and that she's made police reports, and I've never seen
Can
one
I see
police
the police report, please? You went over your time.
All right.
That one is for the fraudulent check that he gave me. Your Honor, may I say something?
Not necessary. Where do you work, Mr. Chips?
Where do I work? I'm
Where do you work?
Oh,
I asked the question. I knew what question I asked.
I was, okay. in between jobs for the week that I'm down, or the 3 days that I'm down here. So I'm starting again at Scarf Ford in Auburn. So I'm a lube tech at a Ford dealership.
Where did you work last week?
I worked at...
Where did you work? Think before you answer this question.
Okay.
Your life could depend on it. So
Okay.
where did you work last week?
Auburn Foreign Car.
Were you paid in check or cash?
Check.
Did you work there the week before?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you earn?
I earn $9.50 an hour.
How much did you earn for the week?
It's a full-time job, 40 hours, 40-plus hours a week.
Are you independently wealthy? Do you live off a trust fund?
No.
Then you would know exactly how much your paycheck was a week.
It was between $250 and $300 every week, every Friday.
Good, then you can pay her back this money. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of
Judy, don't do me
$400.
like
Thank you
that.
very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Miss Judy treated me dirty.
I don't want anything to do with this kid.
It was nice while it lasted, but I could understand how something like this would screw it up.
He's addicted to many different things, drugs, I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I've known him in the past. He's had issues.
We're all guilty of experimenting.
In the past, it was cocaine, and now I'm aware that it's Oxycontin.
No, I don't abuse any medications.
I trusted him very much, actually.
I think it's gone.
I'm good on my own. I don't need him at all in my life anymore.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lewis versus Lindsay. Step forward.
23-year-old Krista Lewis is suing her ex-boyfriend, 24-year-old Ronald Lindsay, for a loan for bail after he was arrested on drug possession charges.
Miss Lewis, the defendant was your boyfriend. It's your claim that you bailed him out of jail. He paid you back the initial $300 deposit that you gave to the bail bondsman. It is your claim that he agreed to make periodic payments to the bail bondsman. He didn't do that. You had signed the bond, and they just entered a judgment against you in the amount of a little over $1,000.
Yes.
Mr. Lindsay says that your agreement with him was that he would pay you back for the $300, and in exchange, you would make the periodic payments to the bail bondsman because you were crazy about him, and you were hoping to get back together with him after a breakup. Why do you think she would be crazy about you? I'm just curious.
She would make numerous calls and...
why would you think?
Why would I think she'd...
Yeah.
Just from the numerous phone calls she would make and...
I want you to tell me, Mr. Lindsay, what you think you have to offer somebody that they would want to sign your bail and be responsible for it.
Well, I mean, at the time...
Do you have a job?
At the time, yes, I did. I had a very good job.
You had a very good job. What happened
we had a roof over our head.
What happened to your job when you went to jail?
I was still able to work. I ended up contacting my boss. No, not from jail, but I contacted my boss and let him know what was going on. And he said...
You were violated on probation.
I was put on probation.
Were you violated on probation?
No, I was not violated on probation.
How long did you spend in jail, Mr. Lindsay?
It was only a couple days, Your Honor.
And never went back? It's not an answer, Mr. Lindsay.
Yes, I did go back.
Well, then just answer the question, sir.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I can only think of my granddaughter who's 12. She goes like this to me. But she's got a whole thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Yeah, you did.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Krista Lewis says ex-boyfriend Ronald Lindsay owes for the cost of bail money after he was arrested on drug possession charges.
Mr. Lindsay, how long did you go back to jail?
2 months.
For what, Mr. Lindsay?
For this case, to get the case wrapped up.
I know of no violation of the penal law which says case wrapped up.
Well, not
What were you arrested for? What did she bail you out for?
It was for domestic violence.
Against whom?
A cell phone got broke, and that's why I was arrested.
Against whom?
Against Crystal.
Is that why he was arrested?
No, it wasn't.
Were you still living together when you bailed him out?
No, we weren't. We had been broken up for about a year, almost a year.
Tell me what he was arrested for, Miss Lewis.
When he called me and told me that he was in jail, he said he was arrested for, he got pulled over initially for a light being out in the back of his car, and they grabbed his license, and I believe it was suspended, and he had drug paraphernalia and some other things in his car, and that's why he was arrested.
On what month and year was that, Miss Lewis?
That was January of 2008.
And the last time you and Mr. Lindsay lived together was when?
April of 2007.
Had you ever had him arrested for domestic violence?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's not what we're talking about now.
Okay.
We're refreshing your recollection a little bit. Drug paraphernalia, January of '08. Where do you come from?
As far as where I live?
Yeah.
I live in Fallbrook, California.
Okay. You were arrested for drug paraphernalia?
I wasn't arrested for drug paraphernalia. I had a person in my vehicle had paraphernalia on them. So that's where all that falls into play as far as...
What was the charge against you in January of '08, sir?
I ended up getting pinned for something that the person had in my car. He did not want to plead to what was his.
What were you arrested for? The charge?
It was paraphernalia.
How was that case resolved, Mr. Lindsay?
I served my time for the...
You pled guilty.
And I served my time for the probation, and it was all dismissed.
You pled guilty. Answer is yes.
Yes.
At some point, you were violated. Or was the 2 months that you spent in jail the sentence, Mr. Lindsay?
No, that was for the DV case.
That was for the domestic violence case that you spent 2 months in jail. That happened in 2007. Had there been a warrant outstanding for your arrest?
Yes, because I didn't complete classes. That's why I went in and did the 2 months to get the classes and everything squared away.
Well, now you got a lot of problems, Mr. Lindsay. Your biggest problem is, why didn't you pay for your own bail?
She offered to pay for it, Your Honor.
No.
I proceeded to call her.
I want to tell you something, Mr. Lindsay. You talk a lot, but you're not George Clooney. And she doesn't look like the kind of lady who would agree to pay $1,069 for somebody that she's not living with, that she's not involved with anymore, who paid her back the down payment. Doesn't strike me as that kind of lady.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Want justice? Go to judgejudy.com or call 1-888-800-JUDY.
Okay. Do you work?
Yes, I do.
What do you work for?
I work at a resort as a banquet server, and I'm also a full-time student graduating in May.
And you, Mr. Lindsay?
I'm currently working for my cousin, and like I work construction. We do remodels for apartments.
You got to exercise better judgment. You're creating a future for yourself.
I know.
You got it?
I know.
Nice-looking lady, worker, graduating from college.
Mm-hmm. My mom's been telling me that for years, so finally took her advice.
I can only think of my granddaughter who's 12. She goes like this to me. But she's got a whole thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Did I do that right?
Yeah, you did.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,069. Thank you. That's
Thank you.
These are excused. Chaydez versus Smith. Step forward, please.
25-year-old John Wilson and his girlfriend Barbara Chaydez say Quincy Smith and his pals harassed and threw beer bottles at them during a drunken bus ride.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 310 on the calendar in the matter of Wilson Chaydez versus Smith. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir.
Are you two folks married?
No.
Dating?
Yes.
Do you live together?
No.
I have co-complaints. One for $1,000 filed by you. The other $500 filed by you. And you are claiming that the defendant, while in the company of several others, assaulted you by throwing bottles which shattered on you.
Correct.
And the car.
And the car that you were in. And according to your complaint, sir, you were in a car with a lot of other people.
Yes, limo bus.
A bus. A limo bus. So why don't you first tell me about this limo bus, and then we'll get to what happened with it.
It was mine and my twin brother's 21st birthday, and we rented it so that all our friends could gather together, all go as one, no one would drink and drive, and then we'd go bar hopping.
And you did that?
Yes.
What time did you board this bus?
Approximately around 8.
And how many bars had you been to before you came on the plaintiffs?
1.
What time did this occur?
About 11:30.
You hit more than one bar between 8 and 11:30?
No, ma'am.
So you stayed in that bar for how long?
A couple hours.
Okay.
We also, we drove around. It's a nice bus. I mean, you like to spend time in it. It has a VCR, a sound system, everything like that. People can dance, walk around. It's very large.
And how many people were in this bus?
Approximately 25, give or take a few.
And you paid for the bus?
No.
And
Everyone pitched in the same amount, about approximately $20.
Now, you spent a couple of hours in a bar, one bar, you said. Is that right?
Yes.
So you made another stop or two on the way. Go to a liquor store?
Yes.
How many liquor stores did you go to?
Okay, we stopped off at a supermarket when we first entered the bus, got some alcohol, drinks, whatnot, went to the went to the first bar, spent some time there, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't know. And then we went to the next liquor store.
So you bought liquor twice?
Yes.
So everyone was pretty well blotto?
No.
Well, when we ran into the defendant here, they were pretty much intoxicated.
Well, why don't you tell me how, unfortunately, you came upon this birthday party?
Well, we had just come home from Barbara's parents' house. It was about 11:30 at night. The only entranceway into our house is through an alley. At that point, we were living together. Now we're not. There was a limo bus parked blocking the entire alleyway. It was parked illegally. People were outside of the bus urinating on the buildings, and they had open containers. We waited a few minutes. We honked, tried to get them to move up. They didn't comply. At that point, Barbara got out of the vehicle and asked one of the members to move.
Somebody that was outside of the bus?
Correct.
Where was the driver of the bus?
We were at the rear end of the bus. We approached the first person we saw.
The driver of the bus was in there the whole time.
Just a second. So you approached Barbara, the first person that you saw at the rear of the bus, and said, could you please move?
Yeah, asked very politely, and he just slurred in my face and told me to screw off, go around, we're not doing it. And I just didn't know what to do and asked him to get out of the car, which he did.
Your Honor?
Sit. So did you get out
When she entered the vehicle again, and I could tell that they told her no, I then got out of the car. Now, keep
What's
in
your
mind,
first name?
John.
John! My first issue with you, sir, is what?
Couldn't tell you.
Can you tell him?
I think so.
You came across a bunch of people that you saw outside urinating on buildings, John. You don't send your girlfriend out of the car to tell them to move. You get out of the car to tell them to move.
This was, we didn't see all this until we got out of the car, till both of us were out of the car.
I mean, I don't see late at night you going by yourself to this group of people. You know.
There was a lot of girls, too, a lot of young girls around with them, too. I mean, it just looked like a bunch of partiers, so we didn't think anything of it. We asked politely. When they were rude and everything, that's when we just got back in our car and waited.
Who did you ask?
Hey, listen to me.
We never got off the bus. We never, my cousin, this is my cousin right here.
This is my witness.
And my teammate, and we never got off the bus ever.
Did I ask you a question?
Well, I can't stand to listen to you laugh.
Just a second, did I ask you a question?
No, ma'am.
Go ahead.
When Barbara entered the vehicle, I got out of the vehicle, went up to the first person I saw and said, hey, this is the only way to get to our house. Can you please move up the bus? When I got out of the vehicle, of course, other members of the party came up. They see a guy coming out, automatically everybody's instincts comes into play, and then when they create a confrontation. As soon as he said no, I threw up my hands and said, okay. I mean, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go up to a whole group of guys and pick a fight with them.
So what
Two
did
or
you
three,
do?
yeah, whole group, no. At that point, we got back in the vehicle and waited. This is a very busy street. We have a large police force that patrols the area. I figured, hey, we'll get in the car, a cop's going to come by. These people are going to get busted. They're plastered. No cop came by. We waited about 2-3 minutes. People started getting back in the bus. It pulled up. At that point, we said, great. Pulled into the alleyway, go up, I'd say, about 50 feet to our fence, which you have to get out of the car to unlock the padlock to get into our driveway. When I exited the car to unlock the gate, I heard, hey, you want to start something? I turned to my left. I saw a group of guys coming at me with bottles in hand. As soon as I saw this group approaching us, I turned to Barbara and I said, get in the car now. At that point, she looked at me, eye contact, a bottle flew right past her face. Hit the car, exploded. Dove into the car, and we gunned it. As soon as we slammed the doors, the back window shattered from a beer bottle. Okay, bottles, plural, lots of bottles. We immediately sped up. I mean, I don't know how we didn't hit nothing going down our alley, going that fast. Went directly to 7-Eleven down the road and called 911. At that point, the bus pulls by stops at the red light. All the members on the left-hand side of the bus roll down their window and laugh at us while we're standing there calling the police.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
This is going to be a more expensive birthday party than you thought. Much more expensive.
And later today,
His mother doesn't want him to have this car. He knew that, which is why he kept it a secret. You took advantage of him.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. John Wilson and Barbara Chaydez say Quincy Smith and his pals harassed and threw beer bottles at them during a drunken bus ride. Quincy claims he's innocent and not responsible for his friend's actions.
So the windshield was shattered. The back windshield was shattered on your car. And who was hit with the glass?
I was barely missed by it, and it hit my car door and shattered all over me. I had to take a shower and take all my, totally change and everything, because I had glass everywhere.
What was the damage to the car?
We have pictures.
We have pictures and bills.
Now, once the police did arrive to come take our statement, they immediately got a priority call that there had been an altercation at a bar down the street, so they had to leave us. Well, it turns out the altercation was this member and his party had stopped at their next bar and assaulted 2 police officers.
Undercover cops or something. We don't know the whole story.
Okay, now I'll hear from you.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say that I have empathy for the plaintiffs. What happened to was an awful thing. Should never happen to anyone. But I know for a fact they can't say I did it because I never even got off the bus. They can never pinpoint me out. I didn't get off the bus. I don't know what happened off the bus. I mean, even if the bus driver would have saw something, I mean, it was his responsibility to stay there.
Which bus company did you use?
It was, I believe it was called VIP limo buses.
When you called them, how many people did you say were going to be on the bus?
About approximately 25. You can get, the buses they have will fill 20 to 25, and I believe they even have one larger than that.
And when you called the bus company, did you have to reserve the bus with a credit card?
No.
When did you pay them?
You pay a deposit down,
Well,
and then when,
a
when they arrive, you pay the rest.
Well, I'm asking you, did you pay the deposit in cash or a credit card?
Check.
A check?
Yes.
Yours or your brother's?
Mine.
Yours? So let me understand this, Mr. Smith.
Okay.
You rented the bus.
Yes.
You, sir, are absolutely right that these people can, in all probability, not say who it was who threw a bottle other than the group. Is that right?
That's correct.
That doesn't make you not responsible for this incident, sir.
It didn't even happen on the bus that I was responsible for.
Oh, it happened, sir.
It happened,
with
yes.
people. It happened with people that you invited to celebrate your birthday on a bus. You are still, sir, responsible for the behavior of those people. You. Because somebody is guilty and somebody is innocent. Now, they don't know who it is, but you, who arranged this party, are responsible for their losses because you are in the unique position, sir, if you are not drunk, to know who in that party got off the bus and who in that party actually damaged their property and attempted to assault them with what I consider a deadly instrument, which is a heavy beer bottle.
So,
not them. They're not in that unique position to know. You are.
So I'm responsible for everyone on the bus.
Every single person.
On the bus and off.
Everyone
who was also an adult.
Every single person that was partying with you at your birthday party, sir. You hired the bus.
I never got off the bus. I don't know.
Doesn't make any difference, sir.
It does to me.
This is going to be a more expensive birthday party than you thought. Much more expensive. Now, you have something that you believe is meaningful to this case that you wish to contribute?
Yeah, I do, Your Honor.
Sure.
First of all,
Step up right there.
Okay, I'm sorry. My cousin and myself never got off the bus at any point. And
didn't you understand what I just said?
I don't know how you can expect him to keep track of 25 people.
He invited them to his bus.
So how is he supposed to keep track of it if they're all adults?
If he can't keep track of them, then he shouldn't have invited them. And if they didn't do anything wrong, then he wouldn't be standing here today, sir.
Judge Judy is ready to rule. And later today,
He had it for a week and a half. He's blown the motor in it now. What good is it to me?
When you deal with a minor, you deal with a minor at your own risk.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
He invited them to come on board for a drinking evening. He is therefore responsible for everything that transpires during the course of that evening. And one of the things that transpired was these people were put in fear of their lives. And if he wishes to turn around and do some detective work and try to figure out who it was that got off the bus and threw bottles at them and smashed their cars,
I hope he would.
That's no, you.
No, I
not
hope he
them.
would. My cousin doesn't want to be here. Do you think if he knew who did it, he would be taking the blame for this?
Well,
I can't
then
afford
he
to
should
hear
have
it.
been more selective about who he invited on the bus. And he should have seen to it that once the people on the bus started to drink a little too much and started to get a little out of control, he said to the bus driver, who he had hired, because you remember, he sent the check, he hired the bus. These people are a little too unruly. You better take us home because I don't know what's going to happen with them. You, sir, between these innocents and you, you're responsible. Judgment in this case is for one plaintiff in the amount, Barbara, in the amount of $1,000, and you, sir, the amount of $500 as requested. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out. There you go. Sorry. I'll get back to your record, please.
These people do deserve money, but I believe I'm not the one responsible for it. I think I would have been much better off using a different defense, like the bloody glove defense. This is just ridiculous.
And now the next case.
All parties on Schramm Snyder versus Blankenship. Step forward, please.
Bookkeeper Vera Schramm says her neighbor, 29-year-old Marcy Blankenship, ripped off her 15-year-old son Toby when she sold him a car that doesn't run.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
You went and bought a car from the defendant.
Yes.
Did you tell your parents?
No.
Why?
Because I thought they'd say no.
How much did you pay for this car?
$400.
Where'd you get the money from?
My bank account.
When did you find out that he had bought the car?
Almost a week later, on November 4th.
You're his mother?
Yes.
Tell me how you found out that he bought the car.
I had called his friend's house to see if he was there. And while I was on the phone, the other parent said, by the way, I'm a little concerned about what we're going to do with Toby's car. I said, car? What do you mean car? Like vehicle? He says, oh yeah, it's parked out on the street, and what are we going to do for street sweeping day? I said, didn't know anything about it. Where did he get it? How long has he had it? So of course we went right over and visited the car and the parents, and I got the paperwork.
Now, you were keeping this a secret?
Yes.
How old were you when you bought the car?
15.
How did you find this car?
I was walking home from my friend's house and I just saw it on the street.
They have a for sale sign?
Yes.
How much were they asking for the car?
$700.
So you paid $400?
Yes.
Who drove the car to where it was ultimately parked?
We pushed it because it didn't run.
How far did you have to push it?
Like 6 or 7 blocks.
Did you ever move the car?
Oh, yeah, and we pushed it to the mechanic. Because she said all it needed was a tune-up, so we pushed it because it was right by his house.
Did you get it tuned up?
Yes.
How much did that cost you?
$55.
And then what happened with the car?
Still didn't run because we took it and we got we got it checked and stuff, and it said that one of the cylinders was bad, so.
What'd your mother say when she found out you bought this car?
She was real mad. And then she put me on punishment.
Where'd you get this $400 from? Did you work for the money?
I went to work in the summer with my dad.
So, you sold him a car.
Yes, I did.
Did you ask him how old he was?
No, I didn't.
Doesn't look 18 to me.
He knew about the car. He phoned 3 times on the car. He came by inquiring about the car twice. I asked him if the first night he came by if he wanted to drive it or if he wanted to leave me a deposit, and I would be more than happy to take the for sale signs off of it. He said no, he didn't have his wallet with him. So I figured he didn't want to drive it because he didn't have his license with him, and that was fine. I showed him the car in and out. I started it up for him and everything, and he didn't have a problem with it. He said it was perfect. He'd be back the next day to please not sell it.
How come I asked you if he doesn't look 18 and you give me this whole long story? Doesn't look 18 to me. Now, you may not know this, but I'm going to tell you now. You cannot enter into a contract with a minor because they're not always so clever. So that's why we have laws that protect minors from entering into contracts. So you have to give him his money back.
He had it for a week and a half. He's blown the motor in it now. What good is it to me?
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Vera Schramm is suing Marcy Blankenship because she sold her 15-year-old son Toby a car that doesn't run. Marcy claims she didn't know Toby was a minor.
When you deal with a minor, you deal with a minor at your own risk. Anybody who has half an eye can see that this young man is not the age of majority. You took advantage of him. I believe that you took advantage of him. And you can't do that. So you owe him $400. Sir, you paid $55 to have the car tuned up?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have to eat that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a form of punishment. I'm sure your mother has something else planned for you if she hasn't already conjured up the appropriate punishment, including, at 15 years old, would seem to me, requiring somebody else to sign off if he wants to go take money out of the bank.
Absolutely. That's a lesson to be learned.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Mm-hmm. So judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. You did return the car?
Not yet.
Do it. She's got to get the car. He's got to get his money back, at least part of it. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Back to your rest, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Peter Tothfall say that 7 weeks after adopting their newborn baby, the birth mother, 36-year-old Debbie Kay, changed her mind and took her daughter back. The Tothfalls say they were heartbroken and devastated after losing the child they grew to love as their own. They're suing to recoup adoption costs from Debbie Kay and her boyfriend, Phil Francis.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 311 on the calendar, the matter of Tothfall versus Kay Francis. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mr. and Mrs. Tothfall, I've read your complaint, and I am most sympathetic because, as an old family court judge, this is not the first time that I've seen a failed adoption. According to your papers, you and your husband wished to adopt a child, and you were put in touch with the defendants, who, for reasons which I'm sure they will tell me, were prepared to relinquish the baby that the defendant was carrying to you, and you agreed to pay certain of her expenses for the last trimester of her pregnancy. So far, is that correct?
That's correct.
Is that correct? You did, in fact, make those payments. They were $1,500 a month to cover your expenses, medical bills, rent, whatever, during the course of the last trimester. And then the baby was born, a little girl, I believe, correct?
Right.
So you want to tell me what happened?
Well, we had entered into an adoption plan, as you've said. She was born. We were present at the birth. I was present at the birth with my mother. I assisted in the birth. And
in the delivery room?
In the delivery room, yes. The next day, we came back to pick up the baby to take her home. We met with the social workers, and they agreed to sign a placement agreement, which they signed. We took the baby home, and we had her in our home for 7 weeks. We have 2 children of our own. We're very grateful that we have them. We feel very fortunate.
How old are they?
9 and 7. We bonded with the baby for 7 weeks.
Had you been trying to have a third child?
No. 5 years ago, I had uterine cancer and a hysterectomy, so I'm no longer able to have any more children. But we wanted to open our home up again to another child. He had always wanted to have more children, and this was just something we wanted to do, and which is why we chose adoption. We originally got involved in a surrogate program, but just got discouraged due to the success rate, and also because I had a lot of chemotherapy
We didn't know the effect of the medication on my body, so we decided to adopt instead. And we, anyway, we had her for 7 weeks, and then they took her back. They took our baby back. I have photographs to show you. We bonded with her, we had her, and we were very devastated.
When did you know that there was difficulty?
We didn't know until, she was born August 11th, we didn't know until mid-September.
What happened in mid-September?
We had a call from our attorney handling the adoption that apparently Debbie had sent them a letter stating that she was interested in possibly getting the baby back, but didn't say in so many words that she wanted the baby back. Basically beat around the bush. And he told us about this letter. We have never seen a copy of the letter. That was mid-September.
اشتغلوا